After years of trying to get pregnant, I had to choose which one of my babies would survive. My husband and I were told we would never have children, so when the doctor looked at our ultrasound and said, "I'm seeing 2 heartbeats," I completely fell apart. We had spent 5 years trying everything, and my husband held my hand through every failed treatment, until one day he said, "Maybe we're not meant to be parents," and I told him I wasn't ready to give up. When we finally got pregnant with twins, it felt like the universe was apologizing for all those years of heartbreak. Then we went in for a checkup, and the technician got quiet in that way that makes your whole body go cold. 30 minutes later, a specialist was explaining that our babies were in serious danger because one baby was taking almost all the blood flow while the other one was dying. I asked if there was anything we could do, and she said, "There's a procedure where we let baby B pass peacefully now, which gives baby A a strong chance of survival. Without intervention, both babies will die." My husband said, "So we either do nothing and lose both, or we lose one to save the other?" And the doctor nodded. I looked at the screen where I could see both heartbeats flickering and said, "We waited 5 years for them. We can't just choose." The doctor put her hand on my arm and said, "I know this is impossible, but right now you have 2 babies dying. This is the only way one of them gets to live." We got 4 more opinions, and every doctor said the same thing. Both babies would die unless we let one pass. My husband grabbed my hands and said, "If we wait and lose them both, it will destroy you." I said, "I can't bury both of them. I won't survive that." We scheduled the procedure for Friday, and I held my belly the whole drive, telling baby B that I was so sorry. The procedure took 11 minutes, and I watched her heartbeat disappear while I silently promised her that her sister would know her name. 3 months later, our daughter Hope was born healthy, and I spent the first week cycling between overwhelming love and crushing guilt. I would hold her at 3 in the morning and whisper apologies to the daughter I would never get to hold. We didn't tell anyone what happened, but my mother-in-law found the hospital records 6 months later, and that was the end of everything. She didn't call us first. She called her sister Cynthia, and then our pastor, and then posted on social media that I had gotten rid of one of my twins because I didn't want 2 babies. By the end of the week, I had people from church texting me Bible verses about murder. A woman stopped me at the grocery store and said, "I heard what you did. You should be ashamed." Cynthia showed up at our door and said, "You killed one of your own babies and you've been acting like nothing happened?" My husband tried to explain, but she said, "There is no explanation. She's a monster and everyone deserves to know." I stopped leaving the house and stopped going to family events until Hope's first birthday, when my husband convinced me we couldn't hide forever. Cynthia cornered me in the kitchen before we cut the cake and said, "Every time I look at that little girl, I think about the one you killed," and something in me snapped. I walked into the living room where everyone was gathered and said, "You want to talk about what I did? Let's talk about sitting in a doctor's office after 5 years of being told you'll never be a mother and finding out that both of your miracle babies are dying. Let's talk about being told that if you do nothing, you will bury both of them, but if you let one go, the other gets to live." Cynthia started to interrupt, and I kept going. I felt her heartbeat stop, and I have to live with that every single day. I didn't choose who died. I chose who got to live. If that makes me a monster, then fine, but I am done apologizing for refusing to lose both of my children. The room went silent until Hope's pediatrician, who had become a close friend, stood up and said, "I see parents in my office who had to make this decision. I also see parents who refused. The ones who refuse come back with empty arms. This woman isn't a murderer. She's a mother who fought for the only outcome where her daughter got a chance." Cynthia said, "You don't get to tell me how to feel." And the doctor looked her dead in the eyes and said, "You can judge her when you've had to carry a broken heart and a living baby at the same time. Until then, sit down and stop talking." That night, after everyone left, I sat in the nursery rocking Hope in the chair we bought when we thought there would be 2 of them, and told her about her sister for the very first time.